Alrighty, welcome back for recipe 20. Now, if it looks like my eyes might be a little bloodshot today, you are 100% correct. My quiet beers yesterday turned into a quick baker's dozen, so I'll be trading the Zamaleks for a little Sterry Stumpy today. So the weather's kind of miz today, it's a bit drizzly and overcast, so that sets us up really nicely with my current mood. The way my gut is yelling for something satisfying to soak up the beers. So today, I'm going to show you my version of loaded fries. So we're going to be doing chili cheese steak fries. Okay, so our ingredients today, some potatoes for the chips, the onion and garlic we're using as a base for the sauce. I've got some beautiful chipotle chilies in adobo, if you can check that. They're absolutely awesome. Adobo is basically like a kind of a Mexican style marinade, and the chipotle is a smoked jalapeno. That's gonna add the chili to the chili cheese steak fries. I've got some mustard. I always add that into my sort of cheese sauce. It really adds that vinegary punch that you need. I'll finish it up with some cream. We've obviously got some cheese. Don't worry, I won't use the whole block. And we've got some steak here. Now, you can use any steak you like. You can actually use ground beef, mince, whatever you want. I just shy away from that because it sort of makes the end product way too wet and saucy, and it's just like a big bowl of smotheredness. And maybe that's what you're into, and that's cool. But I've taken some fillet out. So I'm gonna slice these little pieces up so that when I cook it in the sauce, very quickly mind you, it'll add some nice beefy flavor to it. You're welcome to pan fry it just like that and slice it up afterwards if you like. I'm not gonna do it like that. Okay, so all I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna get to chopping. I'm sure you don't need to see all that. We'll check you in 5. Right, so when cutting your potatoes, basically what you wanna do is you just wanna make sure you've got a bowl of kind of fresh water there because they are incredibly starchy. And that is no good. That will stop your potato from crisping up. Right, so I've got the oven warming up to 200, and that's the temperature I'll bake those chips at to get them nice and crispy. I've got a pot of salted water that's on the boil here. And a more intelligent person would have boiled the kettle first and used that water instead of warming it up from scratch. So the sauce is going to take pretty quick to put together, and I obviously don't want to overcook this beautiful fillet. So I'm going to get the chips going. The chips will take the longest, and when they're just about done, I'm going to put this sauce together, and this is hangover food of note. Okay, so the patates are ready, and a nice little trick that I normally do is you just kind of throw them around a little bit in here. Try and keep them in the bowl, of course. Don't eat off the floor, but my family's eating it, so we'll eat it. And by throwing it around and scuffing it, you'll see that it creates these little cracks around here. And all of that's going to do is it's just going to give more purchase area for the oil to coat and make them extra crispy. Okay, then a generous coating of olive oil all over that. I'm just going to throw salt and pepper on these today, but essentially any herbs, rosemary, thyme, mixed herbs, dried herbs, whatever you want to do, you can make them taste however you like. That's the beauty of doing these things like this in the oven, because you can coat them with all this different seasoning that will essentially cook into the potato. So that's why we prefer to do it in the oven over a deep fryer. That's it, just bang it in the oven. Check on them in about another 10 minutes. Give them a shift around, move them around and stuff. Make sure they're getting crispy.
Well, I've got a piece of news, son, that might make you change your mind. Your life is historically meaningful and spans a significant time. Summer will come soon, and you are helping
much almost ready. So now we're going to get on to the star of the show, our chili cheese steak.
We're all in this together for such a short time anyway. There's just no time to parade around sulking. I would rather laugh than cry. The rich, the poor, the strong, the weak, we share this place together, and we pitch in to help it die. We pitch in to help it die.
Well, let me tell you what, appetites are peaking in this household here. Oven chips, don't need to deep fry them. And this, woo! I mean, that is just ridiculous. So, I'm gonna put this thing together. It's eating time. So will you just look at that? I mean, it's not supposed to be the most prettiest thing in the world, but if you're talking about a real good go-to chow after a couple of beers the night before, this has got to be it. Gooey, sticky, cheesy sauce with some nice beef fillet, loads of chili on top. You see there's pickled jalapenos I put on them. This is absolutely great. Stoked we put this together, super hungry, we're going to chow down now. And this was recipe 20, and this was the chili cheese steak fries. We'll see you tomorrow for our last one.